Hello, I'm Stephanie Paula, and I'm going to discuss the social media platforms for microlearning for you in this microlearning video. And so, what you need to know is that microlearning is really important today because today's learner is very different than the learners when we were growing up. They're influenced by other digital media that we didn't have access to when we were growing up. So, social media and the ability to conduct your own research and listen to media or watch videos, etc., is something new, and it's something that influences today's learner, and we need to take account of it as educators when we're designing. And so, when you're designing a digital scholarship experience, which is an experience for a student who has access to digital media in general, you want to consider the fact that your course content is one of three pieces: social media and the student's ability to conduct their own research and listen to media or watch media of their choosing that might be related to your course should also be something in the back of your mind when you're designing. A digital scholarship forges a path to student ownership. And so today, learning offers the student to be at the center of their own learning and for the student to seek out more information. When we were growing up, all of the course content was presented in a neat little package by the teacher. Today, it's very different. Course content is just one of three pieces. Research and media are definitely another piece where students are able to go on YouTube. They're able to research different journals on different websites and repositories. And social media is also a tricky but very useful piece. And the way to leverage social media is through distilling information down into micro learning experiences. And so social media today is the way that students want to learn, would prefer to learn. And so we're going to talk about what digital scholarship looks like for a learner and how to leverage social media through that. So you want to think of videos, you want to think of audio books or audio files, you want to think of ways to download transcripts and texts, and you also want to have the ability to correspond with students or have students correspond with subject matter experts if they don't understand concepts or they want a deeper enrichment into them. Student digital scholarship looks like choice. And so, again, students want to be able to get inspired by your course content and dig deeper in the things that interest them. They want to be able to research on topics that are interesting to them through platforms that are compatible with how they like to learn, so that they can control the pace, right? They want to be able to say, okay, I see what I have to do, and I have this much time to do it, and I want to work on it when it's convenient for me because I have a life outside of school, right? Rather than everything being done live in a classroom, the idea is that digital scholarship allows students to work when they want to and how they want to. It also offers the opportunity to seek out many different sites and different sources of information because digital learners today and digital scholarship requires for students to be literate in what they're ingesting. And so the social media piece is what we're going to focus on today, which actually helps with the content, the source, and the format being customized for how your learner wants to learn, right? Some learners want to learn what they want, from who they want to learn from, and how they want to learn. The teacher is less of a gatekeeper and now more of a facilitator, right? And we want students to take ownership of their learning and seek out content in the ways that are comfortable for them, which most students are active on social media, and this is a great tool in your toolbox. The way to use social media is actually through microlearning. And so if you're able to distill down a concept that you would normally teach in a large lesson into a video that's 3 minutes long, then your students can watch that, can rewatch that easily, and then they can seek out from there other bite-sized bits of information that are relevant to that topic. Rather than having one big jumble of information that students have to really sift through, by breaking it down for them into small chunks, it helps students actually organize and catalog things in their own mind. And though I said videos that are 3 minutes long, it doesn't have to be videos. It can also be concepts that are broken down into graphics or snapshots or memes, right? The idea is that students are able to learn in micro little doses or bite-sized chunks. They want to be able to piece things together as puzzle pieces rather than having one big thing that they're trying to understand. This also helps us as non-digital natives in our learning as well. The social media tools that you want to use to distill information either through graphics or videos or posts, right, are going to be LinkedIn, Instagram, and Pinterest, at least for people in my age demographic, the millennials. LinkedIn is a wonderful resource for connecting with others, and a lot of people actually make relevant posts that you could learn a lot from. And the idea of LinkedIn is that you want to see what other people are exhibiting and you want to be able to network with them. The better the content that people are putting out there, the more that they probably know. And so you want to be able to actually personally connect with them. And LinkedIn provides a platform to do that, which is great. Instagram is something that a lot of millennials have, and that's actually just pure entertainment. But what's great is that you can definitely direct students to learn through entertainment. And so students can be exposed to things outside of your classroom that enrich your classroom. For example, as an art teacher, I encourage all of my students to follow the Louvre Museum, the Museum of Modern Art, the Met, the Tate, all of the famous art museums. I have them follow those museums, and those museums are constantly putting out information that's way more interesting than I could provide and way more detailed than I may want to go. And so students are able to just follow those accounts and passively get exposed to great, rigorous, rich information. Finally, Pinterest is a place for your students to organize everything that they've learned and to research. And so what's wonderful is that Pinterest has a very, very responsive, quick algorithm where you can literally just scroll through and the things that you click on are automatically connected to other resources that are very similar, and you can scan extremely quickly. I highly recommend it for research. And so what you need to know as an educator is that if you incorporate those 3 social media tools, they're also perfectly safe for learners under the age of 18. There are private and public settings for all 3, and so you will be fine. There's a way to have private profiles, private boards, etc., and you're able to connect with students in a private way so that you're not exposing them to other people. Okay, thank you so much.